For that, I'd like to bring in Ohio Republican Congressman and House Financial Services member Warren Davidson. Congressman, it's great to have you here.
Great to join you. Thanks for covering the topic.
Yeah, what of those ideas that we just saw our correspondent list, which of those do you support?
Well, when you look at the World Trade Organization, when China became part of it, they committed to be a market economy. 0 countries in the world recognize China as a market economy. This has nothing to do with COVID-19. They weren't a market economy before COVID-19, and they haven't proven themselves a reliable trading partner. You can get high-quality products out of China, just like Apple has proven, but there have been lots of problems in their trade practices. Donald Trump was right to make that a priority, and frankly, the only wish I had is that it was the preeminent priority in terms of trade.
Well, let me ask you this, Congressman, then, because we're looking at this list. Since you're on House Financial Services, putting restrictions on place on Chinese companies that trade on our markets, think the NASDAQ in particular, would you support legislation that would put restrictions, even punishments, on these publicly traded companies that, as of now, American investors can buy shares in?
Yeah, right now they can, but the point is that they've had special favors granted to even have that happen. So this isn't really a retaliation. It's just applying what should have already been in place. Is if you want to be listed on our exchanges, you have to comply with our laws. And Chinese companies have not done that. They don't have the transparency for their auditing and accounting practices. So they were granted special treatment as part of their developing economy approach. And they're not a developing economy anymore. They're the world's second largest economy, and they've been given special rules. They need to end those, and we need to have a balanced framework for how to do this.
Let me ask you then about AK Steel. This is a company that's got operations in your state. There is now a push to probe the Chinese over imported transformer parts. This is about steel, illegal steel. These components are coming from Canada and Mexico, but it seems the issue here, and I know that you've been looking at this issue as well, is that this is Chinese steel.
Yeah, that's right. And so what China's done is they've dumped electrical steel in violation of intellectual property. They've killed the market for this grain-oriented electrical steel. AK Steel's based in my district, Westchester, Ohio, now owned by Cleveland, Ohio. And you talk about national security. If we don't have electrical steel, we don't have an electrical grid. Mm-hmm. And when we put tariffs on all the steel, but we didn't put tariffs on all the component parts. So essentially, we're importing all of the parts instead of making even the whole transformers domestically. So China has been very strategic about how they've abused the favorable trade rules they were given as part of the WTO, and we need to hold them accountable for that, separate and above, separate from COVID-19. But COVID-19 is the things that's making it obvious that we really do need to take this risk to our supply chain much more seriously. When you talk about our electrical grid, how much more critical infrastructure do you need to talk about?
It's national security, Congressman. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you back at work as well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.